In the headlines of this hour on VTV News, Vietnam identifies growth drivers in North, Central and Central Coast. And later on, young people contribute to effort to plant 1 billion trees.
Broadcasting from Hanoi, the capital of Vietnam. VTV News starts right now.
Good morning. It is currently 8 a.m. local time and you're tuning into 15 minutes of VTV News. I'm Dylan Lei with the latest updates. Now on February the 18th, State President Võ Văn Thưởng offered incense and attended the Lunar New Year pen brush opening ceremony at a memorial area dedicated to national hero and world cultural eminent personality Nguyễn Trãi in Nhị Khê commune located in the outlying district of Thường Tín in Hanoi.
At the memorial site, State President Võ Văn Thưởng respectfully offered incense to commemorate the great contributions of national hero Nguyễn Trãi to the nation. After signing the guest book, the State President affirmed his commitment to always remember Nguyễn Trãi teaching on people-based and people-centered ideology. He vowed to continuously work with other party and state leaders to wholeheartedly serve the people and strive for eternal peace. Nguyễn Trãi was an illustrious Vietnamese Confucian scholar in the 15th century. He was a noted poet, a skilled politician, and a master strategist. The state president also participated in New Year writing ritual, which has been a long-standing tradition and cultural beauty of the Vietnamese people during the early spring. This wonderful custom conveys wishes for good fortune, luck, and happiness, while also honoring the Vietnamese tradition of respecting teachers, remembering the nation's roots, and promoting education, all aimed at nurturing Vietnamese intellectual capabilities. On the morning of the same day, the state president visited the workers who are constructing Ring Road No. 4 in the Hanoi capital region. This road has a total length of 112.8 kilometers and passes through Hanoi, as well as Hưng Yên and Bắc Ninh provinces. The total investment for this project exceeds $3.57 billion.
The exchange rate between the Vietnam Dong or VND and the US dollar remained stable last year, which was beneficial for businesses in terms of planning. Prices for imports, including important raw materials, experienced minimal fluctuations. This stability provided reassurance to foreign investors and fostered business operations and growth.
90% of this textile company's revenue depends on the exchange rate. As such, even a small fluctuation in the exchange rate can have an immediate impact on all its plans and profits.
Stable exchange rates are crucial for businesses. They provide reliability and accuracy in financial planning, enabling uninterrupted production operations for companies.
The ability to invest, produce, import, or export goods without constantly worrying about exchange rate fluctuations has been a positive experience for many businesses in the past year.
This exchange rate stability helps businesses ensure product costs, and it is also a driving force for Vietnam to stabilize its production and business and attract FDI investment.
When the high interest rates in some of the countries, the major trading partners of Vietnam, which have also potentially led to strengthening of, let's say, the US dollar, and which has also had a consequence on Vietnam's competitiveness. Now, I would say that the government has managed the economy on the monetary front very well.
In 2023, the value of the Vietnamese dong remained stable, only depreciating by less than 3%. In contrast, the currencies of many other major countries fell by over 10%.
Foreign direct investment in January of this year exceeded 2.36 billion US dollars, a growth of over 40% compared to January 2023. This increase in new registered investments is fueled by foreign investors' interest in expanding production and research. Provinces in the North Central and Central Coast regions are capitalizing on this opportunity by implementing effective policies that target high-tech sectors.
Marvell, a major U.S. semiconductor company, has been operating in Vietnam for 10 years. They are currently focusing on opportunities for collaboration and investment in high-tech industrial centers located in the central region.
With government guidance and in partnership with the Vietnam Center for Scientific and Technical Creativity, we have established a joint development program. This program includes resolutions and supportive policies for the semiconductor and microchip design industry.
The attention from international corporations highlights the potential and advantages of attracting investment across various sectors in the central Vietnam economic hub. Foreign direct investment, FDI, continues to be a crucial driver of economic growth.
We've made a plan to promote foreign investment in 2024, including organizing delegations to directly promote investment or joining city-led delegations. Our focus is on key markets such as the United States, Europe, Japan.
A major task in the province's investment attraction efforts is to focus on all sectors, particularly industries such as metallurgy, chemicals, and supporting infrastructure projects.
In addition to foreign investment, localities are prioritizing the connection and mobilization of all investment resources to accelerate economic restructuring. They are focusing on developing key industries such as high-tech, petrochemicals, and supporting industries.
The Ministry of Industry and Trade has gathered input from different ministries for approval by the Prime Minister. With the approval of the Dung Quat Oil Refinery and the National Energy Center, Kham Nai Province can continue developing its industries, especially those with high value added.
Since November 2023, the Prime Minister has approved the plans of several provinces for the 2021 to 2030 period, with a vision for 2050. These plans align with the implementation of Resolution Number 26 of the Politburo, which focuses on the socio-economic development and security of the North Central and Central Coast regions.
Now moving on to other news. After a successful year in 2023, Vietnam's agricultural sector is feeling optimistic as it enters the new year with promising export orders. The sector is looking forward to making a significant contribution to the nation's economic growth and prosperity in the coming year.
So far in 2024, this company has experienced steady or increased orders from their customers in traditional markets. They have already completed filling orders for the first 6 months of the year. Additionally, they have secured a deal to sell rice to Indonesia, accounting for over 60,000 tons out of a total of 500,000 tons.
We hope the 1 million hectare high-quality rice project will designate sourcing areas based on market quality standards, ensuring that farmers grow crops to accurately meet market demands.
According to the Vietnam Rice Industry Association, Vietnam is projected to export over 8 million tons of rice in 2024 while maintaining food security. Meanwhile, durian exports are expected to increase by 30% this year. There is also a high demand for other specialty fruits such as mangoes, bananas, dragon fruit, and coconuts, with many orders being sent to China, the United States, and Australia in the first month of the year.
We continuously monitor and ensure compliance with the technical requirements of international markets. We also collaborate with local farmers to produce the safest products and establish a sustainable brand.
Vietnamese authorities have negotiated to sign agreements on various promising products that offer the greatest benefits and the highest trade volume.
According to the Vietnam Fruit and Vegetable Association, Vietnam has signed 16 free trade agreements, with 15 already in effect. This has provided Vietnamese fruit and vegetable exporters with a competitive edge thanks to tariff advantages. In 2024, the Ministry of Industry and Trade plans to enhance negotiations and sign new trade agreements to expand market diversification.
President Ho Chi Minh once taught that spring is the season to plant trees so that the country can have more seasons of spring. Over 6 decades have passed since then, but the value of this teaching remains intact and has become an inspiration for many tree planting projects. As spring arrives in the country, let's learn about the story of Sung A Kai, a young Hmong ethnic individual who has fulfilled the dream of planting 1 million trees in the northern provinces over the past 7 years.
In this commune, 90% of the people are Hmong, with most of them being poor households, facing many difficulties.
In 2006, a devastating natural disaster struck my hometown, leaving a lasting impact on the residents. Since then, I have lived in fear of another unexpected disaster, worrying that it might occur when I am far away and unable to handle it. This is why I have developed a strong desire to plant trees. Initially, I planted the trees by myself. However, as time went on, many individuals and schools expressed interest in joining me. Planting the first tree was incredibly challenging, but once we achieved success, planting subsequent trees became easier.
With each person planting a tree, 1 million people can come together to plant 1 million trees. Even the sloping hills can now hinder the efforts of these young individuals.
Although we faced challenges such as rough roads and drizzle, we engaged in a meaningful activity that connected us to nature.
There may not be a significant result right away. However, in the next 5 to 10 years, there will be more trees, contributing to protecting the environment.
In addition to planting trees for wood, Sung A Kai also encouraged the locals to grow intercropping trees. This has helped increase people's incomes and protect the forest.
We recently planted cinnamon and bamboo. With proper care, we can harvest them early. This will help improve our lives.
I have been growing trees for over 7 years now. I am very proud that many of my planting areas have birds' nests and underground water.
Over 700 trees have been planted in various provinces, including Yên Bái, Lai Châu, and Điện Biên. Thanks to the efforts of Sung A Kai and many other young individuals, the dream of planting 1 million trees is now within reach.
Thousands of visitors, both local and foreign, flocked to the traditional horse racing festival in Go Thi Thung, Xuân An Commune, Tuy An District, Phú Yên Province on February the 18th, the 9th day of the first lunar month. This year's festival featured 32 horses from the local area. Most of the racing horses are mares that specialize in carrying agricultural products, and the jockeys are mainly local farmers. The festival attracts people from far and wide. In Phú Yên Province, many local residents still rely on horses to transport agricultural products and other items related to agricultural production. Horses are able to navigate rough and slippery terrain that vehicles cannot pass through. A healthy horse can carry over 100 kilograms on its back. The horses also attract the interest of tourists visiting Phú Yên, as they are also raised for tourism activities. And now let's have a look at the weather forecast. And that is all that we have for this hour on VTV News. To rewatch our program, you can visit our website or YouTube channel or download our mobile app VTVgo for more. Thank you for watching, and goodbye for now.